Action News Network is an Aboriginal American media network. As such, we are protected under the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, or DRIP, Articles 8, 14, and 16. Action News Network is allowed to provide Aboriginal news and media content on non-Indigenous media platforms free of oppressive censorship. Any breach of this protection is a breach of international law.
Yo, let's do this. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse. Been dead as a death, back the colors I choose, red or blue, cause of blood, it just don't matter. Sucker died for your life when my shotgun scatters. The gangs of LA will never die, just multiply colors. You don't know me, fool. You disown me, cool. I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist in. My life is violent, but violent is life. Peace is a dream, reality is a night. My colors, my honor, my colors, my all. With my colors upon me, one soldier stand tall. Tell me, what have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, my young brother got shot. My homeboy got jacked, my mother's on crack. My sister can't work cause her arms show tracks. Madness, insanity, live in profanity. Then some punk claiming they're understanding me. Give me a break, what world do you live in? Death is my set, guess my religion. My pants are sagging, braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. But my true mission is just revenge. You ain't my set, you ain't my friend. Wear the wrong color, your life could end. Homicide's my favorite binge color. So I'll just walk like a giant, police defiant. You'll say to stop, but I'll say that I can't. My gang's my family, it's all that I have. I'm a star on the walls, my autograph. You don't like it, so you know where you can go. Cause the streets are my stage, and terror is my show. Psychoanalyze.
On August 15th, 2019, rapper Nipsey Hussle, born Ermias Davidson, Askdom, was brutally gunned down in front of his place of business, a popular clothing store, The Marathon, recently opened in his native Crenshaw district in the south central region of the city of Los Angeles. Official narrative of the mainstream media has pinned this as a typical gangland shooting. By doing this, the Paleo media has totally written this man, Mr. Askdom, as a typical nigga who got famous by rapping about that gangster lifestyle. Therefore, him being shot to death seems fitting. We at Action News Network, as the voice of the people, would be derelict of duty if we didn't counter this fake news narrative and expose the fuckery.
So, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. The community lost a real G today. There's not too many real rappers in the rap game, and LA definitely has, you know, really been on the forefront of the real G's out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I've been seeing a resurgence in like West Coast hip hop and like serious West Coast hip hop. All right, so let's go into this. So it's always hits home when you see a brother almost exactly the same age as you, A father, a philanthropist, someone who actually gave a damn about the people in the hood that he grew up in. To see a man virtual gunned down like a piece of shit by a piece of shit, and even allegedly kicked in the head after the deed was done. I mean, I seen niggas who deserved to get hit, get bodied, and that shit wasn't as vicious or, in a sense, as clean and methodically planned as the assassination of Nip. Gang shootings are wild and spur of the moment. A hit is methodically planned. And I'm going to use my inner city New York street smarts along with actually living on the West Coast for a short period of time, where I met many former and active LA gangsters who moved out of LA to live more quiet and stable lifestyles. I mean, gangbanging has no retirement plan. And these niggas, like everyone else, want to live normal lives. And that's just what Nipsey Hussle was showing and proving to the hood. What is also sad is it should really make those A.D.O.S losers and part-time agents really evaluate their whole message. Is Nipsey Hussle, or fuck that, even that's his stage name. The man was born Ermias Ashton, born to immigrant parents from Eritrea in the Horn of Africa, a part of Africa that has or shares no connection with the so-called general consensus history theory of the West African slave trade. Here was a man with no connection to Black Americans, but basically died trying to better us and to give us opportunities, stopping us from joining gangs and killing each other. You know, growing up and watching Crenshaw, you gotta really think that his parents probably, as immigrants, probably told Ermias to stay away from us, that there's no good from us. But even with all of that, Ermias embraced the Aboriginal American culture for good and for the bad. And he hit them streets hard as a rolling 60s Crip and became known as Neighborhood Nip. Not only was this man the face of the LA Crips, the face of, I mean, yeah, like I said, not only the face of the Crips, but underground West Coast hip hop. He was also investing in South Central, not only through his clothing store, but getting former gang members into learning coding and tech development. You know, from what I gathered from the South LA community, he was the glue kind of holding the city's Black gang populations together, dismantling sometimes 30, 40, 50-year-old beefs between gangs that were being fought by 17-year-olds. See, you earn a name like Neighborhood Nip. You don't just tell niggas to call you that. You dig? I made up a ton of names for myself when I wanted to rap, because niggas in the streets always called me Action Jackson. That's the name they gave me, because I'm always ready for action. Never coward, so when I see a real nigga like Nip go down, I take that personal. Even though he's a Hamite, as a Shemite, I know we're both Indians. We are both Moors, in an Aboriginal sense, not in the political sense that's being used today. He's from that second India of the three Indias I explained to y'all in that Presta John video a few weeks ago. That second India is Ethiopia. Not today's Ethiopia, the country. I'm talking about the region of antiquity of Ethiopia, from Abyssinia to South Africa. He's a part of our extended family, and Nip knew that. And again, showed and proved that. He ain't wait for no white man to bail us out. He used his fame, fortune to kickstart and plant seeds in the hood, and he should be an inspiration to everybody. Now for Nip's legacy, and for his daughter and his wife and his mom, so let's find out who the dusty mark-ass coon who was contracted to beef with him and take him out. Now, when I explore and research, I try to stay close to source. See, I'm not from LA, I'm from New York City. We have similar street principles with different cultures, so I can't tell you from a first-hand account. But I know, you know, I looked into my niggas like Daylight, another underground rapper from LA who daily exposes the industry at his own risk. Daylight grew up with Nip and known him since elementary. They go way back. So check him out too for more information. Now, like I said, I checked him out. Also, and he gives you from that Watts Crenshaw perspective because he grew up with Nip. Also, Tariq Nasheed did a good expose on the whole situation. Brought up some really good points, along with my man Rizza Islam. I disagree with these niggas on logistics, but if they needed me to get down the trenches for the betterment of our people, I'm on the first thing steaming, you dig? Because it's bigger than fucking A.D.O.S and those other shit. At the end of the day, we all the same fucking people. Alright? And at the end of the day, we share lineage of all black people around the world. Not because we're all Africans, because we're all aboriginals and we all the original people of the earth, and we all was God's firstborn, Yah's firstborn, Yahuwah's firstborn, Allah's firstborn. You dig? That's how you're supposed to be.
Stop playing with these niggas.
So we're gonna dig in.
Action News Network, the definition of woke. Please, if you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button, and cosign, ANN, if you dig the video so far. Hit the like button. If you don't like us, well, eat a dick.
Yeah, it's time for Facts with Action Jack. Cause I had to dig deep in here. Cause I'm pissed. I'm pissed right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause this shit is retarded. So why was Nip taken down? So there's two angles I can take with this shit, man. I can go with number one, the Dusty nigga theory. Nip was killed by a rival. Yeah, that's true. Nip was killed by a known informant, inspiring rapper who Nip didn't trust due to being a known informant. I wouldn't trust the nigga either. If you snitching on niggas all goddamn day and shit like that, and niggas know that, why would he have you around? Number two, the conspiracy theory, right? So Nip was bringing rivals together. Nip was economically empowering the hood. Nip was very vocal about Dr. Sebi's research and wanted to do a documentary on him being in a trial in 1995 where they wanted to throw the man in jail even though he cured 13 people with AIDS. All right, that's the pharmaceutical money. Nip was telling you about this shit. So let's just go with the fucking Dusty nigga theory, right? So we're gonna go right along with this shit and dig deeper in there, right? Let's go. Okay, so we got this nigga right here, 29-year-old Eric Holder, right, of LA. And his name is a red flag because it's the same exact name as our former Attorney General of the United States of America. But anyway, this nigga's a known informant, a known mark ass bitch, a known pussy, a known coon, and a police informant. I mean, so when you look, you gonna tell me because Nipsey didn't trust him and put him to the back burner and told him that, listen, I don't even want you around my store and shit, that's enough for this dude to come out here and kill this man? You look at his last tweet, having strong enemies is a blessing. I don't think Mr. Holder right here would be considered a strong enemy. This would be considered one of the least of his problems. Now what we're gonna see next is a video that's gonna, it has a lot of explicit shit in it. Check it out.
Where's the kids? 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 Where's the kids?
Again, a known snitch body somebody broad daylight, a known celebrity who has goons around him and shit, in front of his own shopping mall on Crenshaw and Slauson, which from what I hear is a very busy neighborhood. This is like, for you in New York, for us in New York, it's like somebody getting knocked on 125th and Lenox Avenue, broad daylight, and they got away and the cops couldn't find them. Somebody get knocked on, somebody get bodied on Fordham Road, broad daylight, Fordham and Crescent, broad daylight, and nothing. Cops don't have all them cameras and shit out there. This is what they want you to believe. All right, so let's go into the conspiracy aspect of it. All right, now Nip was involved with a lot of shit. Number one, he didn't kiss the ring. He did everything himself. And he was putting his music on Tidal now with Puffy, which made him circumvent the whole kissing the ring thing, alright? For right now, when you talk about conspiracy theories, people con you out to be some crazy lunatic, aliens, all the other crazy shit. But like I said, check out this video that I just did right now on conspiracy theory real quick. The definition of it. Okay, so I get suspicious when I see like the people on, you know, with the most views in our community, or people who are the gatekeepers of the news and stuff like that. Like let's say a Charlemagne, right? Tell you that, oh, this is not a conspiracy, it's not a conspiracy. And they always try to make conspiracy out to be like crazy people, crazy things or whatever. So let's check out what the word conspiracy means. Etymology. The etymology of the study of the word of it, the breakdown of the word of it. And by doing this, I'm gonna teach y'all. Well, I don't really like teaching, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the proper way to do studying. So when you're confused about a word or you really want to think down on it, people say conspiracy, the first thing that comes in your head is crazy, loony, out there and shit. And I'm gonna show you what Wikipedia says the definition of conspiracy is compared to what the actual breakdown of the word, the etymology of it is. And this is why we need to learn etymology. All right. So it says mid-14th century, a plotting of evil, unlawful design, a combination of persons for an evil purpose. From Anglo-French conspiracy, Old French conspiracy, conspiracy, plot. From Latin conspiraton, conspirationem, nominative, conspiratio, agreement, union, unanimity, noun of action of past participle stem of conspire, to agree, unite, plot, literally to breed together, see, conspire. So what you do is you check conspire next, right? That's what we're gonna do. All right, so it says conspire, verb, right? Late 14th century. This is when all these words was coming together and shit. To aspire or plan maliciously, to agree together to commit a criminal or a reprehensible act. Okay, so this is where conspiracy comes from. All right, so far you see that this means something crazy. From Old French conspirior, 14th century, from Latin conspire, a conspirior, or whatever. I can't really pronounce Latin too well. It's fucking difficult. To agree, unite, plot, literally. To breathe together, from assimilated form of com or comb, with, together, see con, inspiria. To breathe, see spirit, noun, perhaps on the notion of to agree by spoken oath to commit a bad act, or perhaps the notion to blow together, musical instruments, i.e. to sound in unison. All right, it's a sound in unison is also a military term and tactic. So we go to con, because you have to really break down the word to understand what does it mean. Con, what is con? Conjoining, you know, anything with con in it. All right, form, element, meaning together with, sometimes merely intensive. It is the form of con used in Latin before consonants except B, P, L, M, or R. In native English formations such as castor, co tends to be used where Latin would use con. Co-spirators, you know. Now, when you look at like conspire and stuff like that, you gotta look at that spire right there, right? That where did the spire come from? It's an old English and old French word for spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's also in that spire. So anything you see that spire in, we're gonna see that because it tells you to go see spirit, right? because it's like spirits, they breathe, see spirit, right? Okay, so you got spirit now from mid 13th century, animating or vital principle in man and animals, from Anglo-French spirit, Old French is spirit, soul, 12th century modern French is spirit, and directly Latin from spiritus, a breathing, respiration, and wind. Breath of God, hence inspiration, breath of life. Hence, are you really getting where it's coming from? It also means supernatural, immaterial creature, angel, demon, apparition. So there goes another demonic kind of use of the word spiritual. Also a volatile substance, alcohol. You know what I'm saying? The things that bring out that bad spirit, right? Alchemy, yes, the volatile substance. All right, you're looking at liquor. You know. Also, in the same sense as they put freedom of choice, divine spirit. So if you get all of this, conspire means a bunch of people coming together with an evil plot, right? To bring someone down, bring something down, an evil plot, with demonic intentions, and they give a lot of spirit to it, a lot of effort to it, right? So that's conspire, all right? That has nothing to do with crazy. You don't see anything crazy in here. Nothing crazy in but everything that breaks down inspire, all right? And also to make more energetic, all right? Again, from spirit, the meaning to carry off secretly, you know, blood, alcohol, whatever, give spirit to it. It's a spirited, you know, running, a spirited match, you know, a spirited attitude, all right? This is not hard. It's not hard, people. Now that you understand what conspiracy is, we can say this. Look at the West Coast culture. The black West Coast culture, the gang culture, the gangster rap culture is big business and big money. All right. Now think about what happens if all these gangs, it's business for everybody, morgues, the cops, the politicians, you know what I'm saying, the other big drug lords of other races and stuff. So think about if the blacks in LA stopped fighting each other and got together and started making money and stuff. Think about it. You haven't seen really too much gangster rap out of LA in the last, 15 years and stuff. Now you have Kendrick Lamar, you have Nipsey, you have a few people, YG. You have a lot of people who are like, you know, coming up and they doing their thing, changing the whole West Coast music scene, all right? And you got a lot of these former gang members putting down what they've been doing on wax together. Both Bloods and Crips. It became profitable for blacks, but it hasn't been profitable for, I guess, those controllers who've been controlling shit, all right? So if everybody's chilling and shit, there's no bodies being dropped, there's no work for all of that, right? For the hospitals and everything. There's no real thuggish movies coming out of LA. It's a totally different city, just like New York's a totally different city. Then you have to look at the aspect of Dr. Sebi. Everybody who dealt with Dr. Sebi ended up dying. Whether it was Michael Jackson, whether it was Left Eye, well, you know, no matter who it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, all famous people who came out and talked, especially black ones that came out and talked about Dr. Sebi, gave him a light to him. They end up dead. So you have to look at these conspiracy theories. You have to. I mean, you got a lot of Main Street numbers just telling you, you know, don't, there's no conspiracy and this, that, and the third. It's a mix of all of this shit, man. The crazier it could be, the easier it is to confuse everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? Now we don't know why Nipsey was really killed. I don't believe that this fucking nigga just, out of every nigga that had a problem with Nipsey, yo, he went 33 years, yo, gangbanging all this shit in the hood, and he get taken out as a rich man who's fucking self-made, doing the right thing, yo, putting money in people's pockets, teaching people how to do shit. Yo, this is how you, this is when he goes out because he told a nigga to stay away from his store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't. I believe the nigga, and then the nigga's family gets killed because you know what's gonna happen. You take out the leader of the Rolling 60s. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga got love in every hood, you know, from New York to Philly, for everywhere and shit. We act like we don't understand COINTELPRO and all this shit. Really? So COINTELPRO was just conspiracy too, right? They wasn't going after us then, right? There's a man who was doing everything positive and shit. You gonna tell me that there was not some kind of conspiracy going on? people coming together to conspire against him to bring him down. You know what I'm saying? How we know this dusty nigga didn't get paid? Hey, you got beef with this nigga? We know you don't like him. Hey, how about we pay you a couple $1,000s to take his ass out? Then you won't do no jail time or something like that. You come out and then we'll give you a record deal. How you know this is not what's going on, yo? You niggas been sold out for less. How you set up a G? Make him take a picture with a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because a real nigga's gonna do some shit like that. Yo, especially a famous one. Yeah, I'll take a picture with your kid. Hey, can you watch my son for a second? Yeah, let me look at little homie for a minute while you running in here and shit. And then what happened? The nigga was caught sleeping. I just don't believe that shit. Rest in peace, Nip. One love.